Oh my. Have I been muted? I feel like that's very bad. If I've been muted. Oh my. Have I been muted? I feel like that's very bad. If I've been muted. Oh my. Well, I'm sure you guys saw, but we started a world called GROMBLE WAY, and we used the seed Grumble to... Okay, I don't want to pick that flower as to be my first flower. I want this flower, because... Yeah, I just want this little corn buster to be my friend. Oh man, I don't know if it's laggy now, but... Cornflower, turn into blue dye. Closest thing that we got to lapis right now, it'll do. Okay, so we beeline it over here. And I think we spawned over here. I broke a... Yeah, there we go. So 253. The whole gist of it was that, like, I was talking about, like, how, first of all, welcome, one viewer. I hope that you can hear me now. You know, it's a little embarrassing. I know that this is being recorded for my first play series on YouTube as well. So welcome to you, future people. This was filmed actually in March. Nice. It's a Friday night. It's very fun. Alright, just make sure I don't accidentally mute myself. So, here's sort of where it started, but let's get some stuff straight first, you know? So, I think this little shape here is gonna be our thing. Oh, hey cuties. Oh, they're looking at my seeds. And that's why they wanted it. There's already a little baby there, so I can't really breed them. But yeah, we're gonna start to do like a free farm thing going on here. I think this is gonna be the land I inherited. Well, I didn't inherit. We came through like some weird wormhole or something. You saw it when the world was loading. So that's just what we do here. We're here to create something. We're here because we're alone. We're just in the world, and the Minecraft world is so big that I can keep going forever, and I won't find the world that other people live at. But I'm sure that there's some people that be like, oh, actually, that's not true. I can, like, with the whole seed thing, like if I go down all the way that way, could I technically reach the seed? That is another thing. That's what is it? For each world, I don't know. I fancy myself like a little bit of a veteran Minecraft player, but like I definitely don't understand the core mechanics of how the game is developed and stuff, but I've caught a few Sidecraft episodes here and there. Let's just say that, you know? I don't want to brag, but that's it. I'm not going to brag because I don't want to, you know? You heard me. I also like this patch of ground here. Oh yeah, I forgot that I'm out here picking flowers. I'm doing the thing that you're not supposed to do before nightfall. Good thing I guess we put it on normal. You know, oh, we got some nice sheep here. I think we're definitely gonna have to do a little bit of terraforming. Just to, you know, I don't know. We'll see. But I'm definitely gonna take out that birch tree right there. There we go. I'll punch a bare fist because that's how you do. Guys, it's happening. It's happening. Punching the tree. Just like at the beginning of every Minecraft playthrough when people play Minecraft. You know how they like punch trees and stuff? That's me right now. I'm building my first tree. I'm not building it, I'm breaking it. Oh, let's go up. yeah, so this is pretty much just going to be a one-sided conversation on my part. So, because I can't really refer to the chat or anything. I have to like go into my inventory and bring up like, now I'm looking at chat. This is Grumble, and it says that I still have one viewer. Hey, glad you're still here. It's always nice. It's always nice. I feel like maybe it might be a code thing that Twitch does. It makes it seem as though like you at least always have one viewer. You know, because like I don't know. How do you start out, right? A lot of people have to would probably be like, I don't know, like putting it on Reddit beforehand. And before I'm already thinking about decoration. Having made my first crafting table. Oh man, you know what I would love to do? And I don't know if this is because I've been playing a lot of online, but the thing that I would love the most, okay, is to just like as a general goal for the series. And I don't even know. Oh wait, we'll put that open and then click that off. So now we have all of our little thing. Yeah, but the main goal that I think should go after, which is just achievements. And how do I look at achievements? There we go. Advancements. Sorry, excuse me. So there's the Minecraft event, Stone Age. Okay, let's see. Hard story game line. I don't know what. Mine stone with your new pickaxe. So I haven't even done that. You know, because I don't know. I guess we're sort of basking in the fact that we just got nothing. You know, like we're like the pilgrim coming over down on this big old square planet that has almost unlimited resources and tools for us, you know? Oh, and you know what would be really fun? I don't know, if this series goes well and I sort of finish this up, because I sort of want to make a sort of quaint system going in, and I want to make something that's sort of harmonious with the general nature of Minecraft. But maybe after that we'll start dipping into mods. I know that there's a lot of fun mods that like sort of pair with Twitch. That oh, and another thing, we should also go into our options. We're Quick Pro because we better be. Oh, we can set it to hard. Oh. Let's say this, okay? I'm gonna lock this baby on hard after I have a substantial amount of people that are watching. Let's say just to keep me on my toes, make it a little bit more dramatic, a little more embarrassing for myself, I guess. Sure. Anyway, let's go on with these advancements. But getting all the advancements done would be something that I would very much be proud of, especially to capture on camera. And I'm always very like, I really hate making a wooden pickaxe because I find it's a waste. Here, I'm just gonna find it's a waste. So I always like to use it, like use the whole thing, and it's like really slow. But its durability isn't that bad, so we're gonna use the rest of the wood to make a chest. And I also really love the birch doors. The birch doors are like really, really quaint. That's gonna be the sort of that's gonna be the word that I sort of want to like embody. I'm just gonna put this door right here to signify where I want the entrance to be of this area. And I'm sure you guys can sort of see it right now. Like this whole area will be the outline because that's the Grumble way, my friends. That's the way that we do it. We sort of like I like doing here I should put this stuff in. Did I make a chest? Yeah, I did. I like to use the nature, the random generated shape instead of making like that perfect circle. That's fun for me. I think what we'll do here is I like this whole. I see this going down a bit maybe. I like this sort of ridge that comes across. alongside this area. And I feel like this can be sort of like an entrance, like the space between this block and this block, you know? So I think once, like, this is where this gate per se should be, you know? So let's say if I take a line like so, and I'm like totally wasting my first day, eh? Like, I shouldn't. Like, I should get a bed actually. You think the villagers would mind if I stole a bed? I don't know. I feel like that's kind of cruel. And there's sheep right there that I could punch. Actually, you know what I should do? I should just braze out the first night, and not really worry about that right now. The thing that I'm gonna worry about is getting these little achievements done. So this will be the area. Then I want a structure here, sort of like an outpost area. So what I'm gonna do, that's probably where the door is gonna be, but I'm just gonna make it so that it goes downwards, like so. So we're sort of making a spawn area. I love when builders sort of make that, what's it called? That natural wheat field, like sort of like the ones that you see in the movie 300. It's like sort of goes with the terrain, and I don't have any torches. I don't have anything, guys. Like, we're living in the muck tomorrow. Like, I don't even have lapis. I'm holding crushed corn flour right now, just to hold on, you know. Like, but I'm able to move because technically on my skin has lapis in my skin. So some of the blue pixels you're seeing here is lapis, but the ones on my head, the one on my head is just cloth, but it was dyed with that, you know. But the stuff on my shoulder, that's lapis, so that's why I can walk, and talk, and do everything, you know, because that's the Gromble way. You know, that's just how we do things. It's like, why does anyone, you know, like, why do people wear clothes before they go out? Is it a shame thing, or is it like I don't know, a cultural thing? I guess we can call it that. This is gonna be our Grumble culture, and we're gonna try to imbue the locals, the people that are around us, within that culture instead of you know, like exploiting the land. I'm saying this as I'm fracking into the earth for materials, you know, but like, hey, what are you gonna do if you can't mine? You know, like mining, Minecraft, man. Like, I'm not gonna be like that sort of degenerate that sort of renounces Minecraft because of, you know, like, you know, coal mining. Is coal mining bad for the environment? I think so. Pretty sure. So like, technically do our furnaces. Like, I don't know. I don't want to. I want to build something that we're obviously gonna be using furnaces, blast furnaces, smokers, all of those. There's no block that's like, oh, excuse me, sorry. There's no block that's like off limits to us. But there are certain redstone contraptions that will be, because I sort of refuse. Okay, so like now's the perfect time to go into the town. If it's nighttime, I just want to make sure that I don't get them mobs on my back. But I wish I got iron a little bit earlier. We're gonna have to use all these materials we've gotten. That's another thing. I don't like. A lot of the times I have these, like, I just have like dump chests filled with garbage, you know, and like I I want to use this series to sort of improve the mythos, you know, where I use a lot of my blocks. I don't use my blocks sparingly. Let's just say that. Oh, that one's used by a little kid. I'm just close to her. I'm just gonna knock on the door. Like, ready? Ready? Hello? Can I just... Oh. I think I'm laggy a little bit. A little laggy. Oh, this must be the... what are they called? The librarian. This is the library. Nice. Sorry, I know it's a little late, but I'm inquiring, Oh, it's empty. It's empty. Oh, it's closed. I shouldn't... I'm sure they wouldn't mind if I read a few, but I'm looking to see if there's any... Oh, wow. Okay, I get through this door. Now we're starting to see... Oh, I gotta close the library door. What am I mean, like, I feel strange going into facilities without disinfecting myself, you know? Like, maybe I just touch a flower, pull the flower out. Yeah, I'm good. I got a flower. That should be on my skin, you know, just to spread awareness. Is that like a zombie? Is that a zombie villager? No, he's just a doofus. Oh, sorry, I don't want to be protruding. Protruding? Well, yeah, I'm protruding into your house. I don't know. Intruding was the word I wanted to say. I'm just gonna close that. Sorry, guys. Oh, there's mobs. I'm seeking refuge. What's happening to me? I'm so scared. It's just like, let's watch. Hey, Mister. I'm sorry. I don't. I feel bad going to just waltzing into people's houses like this, you know. But there's like a lot of scary mobs around. Okay, I think I can beeline it. Oh my gosh, it's so laggy, my friends. It's so laggy, isn't it? I think I know why it's laggy. Come on. Oh my gosh. Wow. Wow. Wasn't that something? Is my computer hot or is it just me? Jeez. I hope this has been providing some good content for you guys. Alright? Jeez. Sorry, filler. I'm asleep. I can't rest. There's monsters. Okay, well let's just hang out. Oh, you got an infinity book. Wow, you're a pretty cool guy, actually. Oh yeah, and I don't have a food source, which is just lovely. So this is how we spend our first night today, guys. I don't know how long we're into this. First 30 minutes. Super fun, guys. Watching me look through the things, discussing to myself about the game rules. Great success so far. Got 4. We're missing 4 hearts. Kind of hungry. Put a lot of my stuff in the chest. Oh my gosh, we're not gonna be. See, this is why we didn't put it to. Sir, excuse me, my fine gentleman. I'm sorry. I'm just gonna sleep here. Just gonna sleep here. There's too many speeders. See what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have to. I'm going to start grieving this guy's resources so that I can build a stick. Sorry, guy. We're gonna get you a better house, cooler house. Hmm. Alright. So I feel like we should just put ourselves in situations where we don't have to encounter mobs. I know that's usually the default case that we want, but I think it goes a little extra for us because when we get into a situation where we're gonna have an encounter, things like this will happen. No. Oh, I respawned immediately. Oh man, we can do like an infinite loop. See that guy? Like, dude, this guy was totally lame. He broke the window. Now mobs can come in here. It's so bad. That's really bad. Let's just take this area. Yeah, you told the nitwit on me. Okay, I'm sorry. Okay. He's like, oh wow, look, there's a new nitwit in town. Yeah, it's me. And we're gonna give you some nice granite countertops to compensate for what I did. And you get you can make a villager whose workbench is a crafting table. You know? Because then like you can make oh, that would be so cool. Their job would be a crafter. And what they do is they just like trade various items like that are like obscured, I find, that need to be crafted, like oh hey, wow, nice. Got a new unlocked recipe, nice. I just really hope this whole lag thing, like what's happening with my frames right now? I got a 2 FPS, man. Come on. This is why. This is why I need this stream to blow up so that I can buy myself a nice PC. Instead of this dinky old laptop I got here. But she's looking good, you know? She runs all the good softwares. You know, she can squeeze out a sick render when she's gotta, okay, let me tell you that. Alright? We're also gonna turn this into die because I like having die. Ink sac because we know, alright, that we're gonna be needing oh man, we know that we're gonna be needing some oh, I get to upgrade some of these. Once I get a feather, I can make get a book and whatnot. We can make a nice thing. We can start talking about the way we're gonna organize ourselves, really. You know, I think I can make a nice flower farm here that with redstone, and I don't have to worry really about the ethics of the situation. I guess. Oh no, wait, no. We're gonna just stick with the one. Okay, but I think what we can also do is before we do that, should do that. And we're gonna keep our main block. We got an arrow. Stick don't matter. So let's go get some trees down. You know, maybe we can start actually, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go travel to that acacia area. Get some fun trees. That's what we'll do. I think I did a test in the same map. And there's a nice horse here. Let's break that horse in. I don't want them to despawn. I'm a horse rider. We're gonna have to come up with a nice name for this one. And I promise we're not gonna name it after an alcohol, because that's such a cliche. But I didn't say anything about donkeys now, did I? Exactly. Oh, it's got like an extra little thing. Cool. Best friends forever. Yes. From now on, honestly, I don't really have any other friends besides that one viewer over there. I see you. And also, all of the people in the future. You know, like I'm sure a year from now, I'll probably get like 50 or like 100 views, maybe. Oh, that'd be crazy. Hi, hi, 100th viewer. All right, so let's go. Let's go grab this acacia, because I find out of all of the woods, I really love birch because it's got such a unique bark texture. But when it comes to planks, I gotta say, acacia is just the one for me. You know, and I know a lot of people are like, "Ew, it's so orange," but come on, my guy. Okay, it it totally brings out my complexion. Like, are you kidding me? It's perfect. Like when you should like I'm gonna go over here just to show you guys what it's like. See me stand on an acacia floor. I'm sure you can see it right now. It's like pow. Oh man, should we just murder these cows? I know that we're like, oh yeah, we're like, yeah, we need to get leather. So, oh man, I'm like, this is why we have to play the pacifist role, because I can barely. Is that the one that I killed? Okay, yeah. So now I got at least a leather, you know. So you know what? I'll kill this one guy. See. Yeah, we got full leather. That's perfect. Just for now. Just for now. We should also get a bed too, because that's gonna be a bad day for everyone when I'm getting killed every day because I can't get more than fucking 4 FPS when there's like more than 6 entities around. And that's why I think we can't really go hard on the crazy farms, you know? Like, if I'm gonna run a video streaming thing and loitering and can't just be a guy that loiters all day, you know? Like, anyway, I'm killing these sheep so that I can make a pet, by the way, everyone. You know? I know I said, I was like, oh, you know, pacifism. Like, yeah. You gotta kill them. You're gonna kill the animals, you know? But, like, I'm talking about, like, every animal that we decide to befriend. Because right now, as far as I'm concerned, these aren't Grombulian animals, you know? These aren't our. Well, yeah, they are, because I'm gonna be using these. This food here, this leather, will become probably the first Grombulian codex. You know, the Grumble's guide. Oh wow, that's cool. Double G. You know, the Grumble guide to going grand. I don't know. Pull a Hermitcraft and just. Oh no, we're not supposed to talk about Hermitcraft. You know, that'd be bad. Just like on your first part one of your first streaming thing, talk about UFOs. I don't know. I just find that they're always out there making crazy acronyms like the HBBS, PFR, you know. And I gotta say, like, I thought it was so crazy that what's it called, PSR was the guys, were the people that worked on D&D and stuff. I was like, what, PSR? I thought that just standed for Techno Space Race. Anyway, that's just my one thought about, I don't know. I feel like I hope I'm not being boring, fellas, guys. It'll be like watching a 4 FPS uh, Acacia mining series, you know, like it must be great. Must be great. You know, I got a lot to talk about. You know, I'm sort of just saving it though because there's so much stuff that we need to address when we continue. And I know what you're saying, Grumble. You're talking about sustainability. You know, and you're just like leaving all of these saplings out here. You know, like you didn't even care. You know, and to that I'd say we're sort of in survival mode right now, guys. I can't just be wandering around. I can't just be chit-chatting away with y'all, waiting for the grass to grow. It's just not gonna work, you know. And to that I say, okay, fine, all right. This is all I needed. I needed 3. I cut down 2. So there's the one I cut. There's the other one I cut. I'm just gonna put it here. I'm not gonna even get any more because next time I want Acacia, I don't want to have to walk all the way over here. And then I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna make a nice, quaint little village, little like farming thing with some mild protectors from the pillagers and whatnot. Even though like they can like spawn on my crops. So I think what I'm gonna have to do is I'm gonna have to make it so that I actually saw this in my history class. There is this castle, medieval castle in Africa, South Africa. I wanna I don't like I really don't remember the name of it, but I remember it sounding like the name from that Speedy Boy from Hunter x Hunter, Killua, you know? But I feel like it was something like that. But it was essentially a civilization or a society that lived together in a massive castle, you know? And um, there's like the prospect of having this large structure where multiple different people function at. It seems like the best option for um, these villagers here, you know? Like if I'm gonna make an alternative home for them. Yeah. So there's a make if I was gonna make an alternate home for him, sorry, I would want it to be similar to the long houses in the Canadian First Nations used to live in. You know, of course, there's so many different tribes, so many different subcultures, of course, you know, but um, I don't have too much knowledge on it, but I definitely remember admiring the longhouse as a concept because it's sort of like a safe area for a lot of people if they stick together, especially in the world of Minecraft where law skeletons exist and all that. Speaking of which, I should probably. Oh man. Oh, I'm in trouble, aren't I? There's mobs every which way. Oh no, I'm scared. My FPS, it's dropping. Where's my bed? Oh my gosh. Good thing creepers don't see me right now because they would have murdered me. But it doesn't matter. Oh wow, I first streaming guy. Alright, great guys. Dreaming daylights. Dreaming about daylight. Okay, but I'm pretty sure there's a creeper. A, yeah, a creeper. That's his name. I don't like him. And I'm gonna make him kill the spider. He's gonna kill anyone. Oh my gosh! There's 2, 3. Oh my gosh, I almost died. Well, that's gonna be something we're gonna have to deal with. We were totally doing some pulled a sort of a syndicate right there, didn't we? You know, not the syndicate, sort of like an organization, but like syndicate. Oh wow, look, okay. Syndicate in terms of the YouTuber, you know, super good at zombers. Burn some sticks, you know, catch some tricks. Did I burn them? Yeah. And then I also got some nice mutton to do. I gotta start my farm soon. Also, I think I should start. Wait, what was it? What was the direction? Let's look at my. Oh wow, 7 FPS. Wow, wow, I'm getting a lot of running smoothly lately. Maybe I should check my graphics and stuff. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe I got like, because we're gonna be pretty excluded down here in Grumble Town, or as I'd call it like uh wait like rack rack I'm trying to think of a really fun name. Like rack Griv. I don't know. Like Grumble Griv or something. I don't know. Something like that. We'll figure that out. Here, I'll actually type it in chat. Rack Grumble Gruff. Rackumble Gruff. Rackumble Gruff. Yeah, I love that. I love that name, Rackumble Gruff. That seems like a name that nothing else would be called, Rackumble Gruff. And it's sort of like an anagram of my name in a way. It's not using my whole name. Well, I mean my little chat name. You know, not my actual name. You'll never know that unless you visit my YouTube channel, where my name is in my name in the YouTube channel. Wouldn't that be something? Also, don't forget to check out my comic books. That's the thing I like to do the most. I love playing Minecraft, and it's definitely inspired me to create certain added additions to the lore I like to write for my comics. Like Grumble Thor's Rack is definitely a thing, you know, like come on. Like I don't want to talk about that too much. Like that's something that I'm gonna be dropping probably in the next like I don't know, a couple decades it could take for that stuff to go. But my main goal in life, alright, if it's not to become a Minecraft streamer, it's to one day bookshelf of content. Just one shelf, but like a nice shelf, you know, like one that's like you would put it on a wall. It would be a predominant wall in like a living room, but like it definitely wouldn't be the only thing that's on that wall. You know, it's not like the super long shelf that goes like standard size. You know, like about the same width as like a desk, like a normal. Like the ones. I'm sure you could use your imagination. And that was the quote from Shrek 2, by the way, my friends. That was what's his name? Oh man, he has a crazy. Yeah, he was the guy from Monty Python, voiced the king in Shrek 2. And when he was asking, well, what am I supposed to be doing about, Shrek marrying his whatever? And then she throws the axe and says, "Use your." Okay, that's just why I said it like that. You know, I don't know if that's anything really. What? What? So what? Exactly. Okay, so we got nice floorboards now. Boom, 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 boom. We start flooring up this babe. to make it a little bit more cozy, you know, like day 2 we'll work on our base. Here's my aches. My X aches. X aches. Did your X aches? Did your X ache? Get X ache? Cream. Well, no, I think there's another word for cream that's like ointment. X8 ointment. X8 ointment. X8 ointment. Rub it on your X and feel better. But it's actually, instead of oh my gosh, instead of it being your ex, it's just the guy from like Boston or something trying to say ass, but he's saying X, because you know it's television, you know it is. Yeah, I gotta raise these bad boys up a bit. Wait, do I have? Oh no, I haven't filled an inventory yet. Shame. For shame. Good day. What a day it is today. A lot of fun things happening nowadays, especially with the whole thing that's happening also, you know? What I don't know, man. I'm just trying to get by myself, you know? And I feel like ultimately the Grumble way hasn't been fully outlined yet. Like, yeah, we can put slabs in the same room, you know? Like, yeah, this is a great starter house, right? Wrong. The thing that we need to do is we need to encapsulate a culture, a development, okay? Not I don't wanna be exploitative of these villagers, you know? I wanna be the one that liberates them, frees them, enables them to do the best that they can do, you know? I don't wanna run them dry and you know, like I don't wanna subject them to becoming undead, okay? Which is such a traumatic experience. You know, like imagine getting turned into a zombie and getting brought back. You were dead. Like that's terrible. And only just so that you can create a certain bond. I would only ever do that if I found a stray zombie villager, you know? And that might be what happens, you know? Who knows? A raid might come in here. And I'm sure as heck not going to be importing villagers, kidnapping them from their town and bringing them into my base so that I can turn my hyper efficient melon pumpkin farm into emeralds. Of course, I'm going to trade with them. Don't get me wrong, you know, but I sort of wanted to do it as in, like, I wanted to do a little bit more than as intended, you know, like I want to sort of upgrade these sellers, you know. I guess that is sort of what's intended, but a lot of the times I've been adopting a certain mentality, which is just to exploit these concepts as game mechanics and not sort of like approaching the dilemma, the ethical dilemma that you face when you shove like 24 entities in a one by one. And that's why, like, I don't know if it was in the video when I was muted, but I did put the entity cramming rate down to 4 because I found that that was the most realistic, you know, like, and I don't want to, I'm not really interested in exploiting the mobs the way that I used to do it, you know, because on the online server that I played, you were able to still catch spawners, so that in itself completely changed the game, you know. But if you're gonna be making like vanilla mobs, you can either do the very newbie way that is like, oh yeah, you take all of the mobs that you want to farm and put them in a fence, and then you breed them with the selected item that breeds them, and then you put it in a chest next to the fenced area. Sure, we'll probably start out like that. We'll start with two mobs if we're going to be breeding them and whatnot. But I want to create like an automated process that also takes into account the like sort of like a Temple Grandin thing, I guess. You know, like just I want to find a nicer way to kill cows automatically. That's it. You know, like I don't think it's nice taking 20 villagers and lining them up and separating them into blocks and giving them one by one face to provide you with certain enchantment books that you're gonna use once to make a thing when you die and lose your items. Like, I don't know. I think that we can do it better, and I wanna personalize each thing. You know, I wanna create individuals. I wanna name every single mob we encounter. You know, I'm gonna create a story behind it, because I'm sure one day I would implement, like if it turns out the way I hope it to turn out, I hope to one day implement these areas into some of the stories, you know, because in everything that I do, I try to do that. So yeah, I think that's fun. We're gonna role play this hard, but we're gonna do it in a person perspective. So like, we're gonna speak as though we're in some sort of thing. We're gonna talk about how we feel if we were in that situation ourselves, because we are in a way, right? But we have a certain disconnection. We have the luxury of not having to face um, the permanency of death when we get killed by a skeleton just because villager was like, oh, it's daytime, and you know, there's a door here, and my pathfinding makes it so that I gotta interact with stuff. You know, yeah, it sucks, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, if I was going to rationalize that, I'm sure he just was very astounded that I entered his safe building, like that's his house, you know, without him even asking. Like, imagine if somebody showed up, okay, did what I did, that'd be ridiculous. Like, I'm somebody that's supposed to be being considerate towards these guys. And what I'm doing by being considerate is I'm breaking into their house and installing new countertops and breaking their stuff because I'm in danger, first of all. But like, imagine if I came into your house and I started just like giving you new granite countertops. Some would be like totally stoked, but I'm like, yeah, sure, you know, like free countertops or whatever, right? But a lot of other people would be like, hey man, I like the countertops that I have, and yeah, just because they're free, that's great, but you can't just go around putting countertops in people's things without asking them, you know? What if I don't like granite? What if I'm more of a diorite man myself? You know, like I got quartz countertops in my kitchen in real life, you know, but they look nothing like quartz in Minecraft. But that's a whole other story, you know. And I'm sure there's plenty of places to go to when you want to understand about countertops, but I'm definitely not one of them. But if you were interested as to what countertops I had, you know that now. There's even a lot of people that make those realistic texture packs, and like, you know, like you can be very variant of stuff. So like it's generally circle E, you know, and I don't want this to be like a gazebo. I want this is gonna be closed off at one point. You know, like we're gonna just keep going up and all. I think we should incorporate a little bit of cobble just to get that first layer going. You know, just to remind us of our roots. We used to see cobblestone as a viable building material, you know, and a lot of people don't. Because they say it's ugly, but man, have they ever used the Faithful texture pack? Because that makes cobblestone look absolutely delightful. And that's why I would also consider doing mods, because the chisel block, I love that. Just the idea of having variants and being able to place them and then change their appearance is just such an ingenious thing, you know. And while we're talking about mobs, not mobs, we're not talking about mobs, we're talking about mods. While we are talking about mods, though, another great one that I enjoy is Pam's Harvest Craft. That's one of the big ones I know, like, but I really enjoy just being able to create so many different foods. Like, I think if we're going to add one mod, just one, it would be Pam's Harvest Craft, because it doesn't really change too much about Minecraft, but it also completely changes my priorities. You know, like, all I want to do when Pam's Craft is here is I want to have this awesome cafe. I just want to have a crazy awesome cafe, right? Like, fresh beans, you know, come to the GROMBLE Cafe, you know. Or we're gonna muscle out Starbase, Starground. No, that's different word. So we're just gonna like plant all of these trees here, which I don't know if this is the right substrate for this blend of tree, because it's in a strange biome. It's in a foreign biome, but it seems to be working for it, so I think we're gonna be okay. Also, you think I should strip these logs? You want to keep that orange look from the surface, eh? So yeah, we'll do that. We're gonna strip these babies. And what we'll do is in each area, we'll create a thing. So we'll have one that goes up. I think that's going to be the up. And then we're going to have this one that I think what we'll do for now is we'll wall it off for now. Gravel, yeah, we'll wall it off. Actually, we'll do coarse dirt, because when is it, how often do you guys hang out with coarse dirt? You know, like, look at that. Oh, so good. Look at that. Look at that pixel variation. Very good. I love coarse dirt. It's such a game changer, man. Like, you didn't even think that coarse dirt was coming in, and then it did, and it's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna like completely liberate every path that to ever be textured. Like, gorgeous, you know, like, that's all I want. And we're slowly and naturally, just gonna bring her down towards the village, you know, because we wanna still establish that natural feel, but thing that isn't natural when it comes to world generation, especially when it comes to these automatic paths that like these guys spawn. Is they're often angular. You know, you don't really get a diagonal path often. You know, like sort of here, but like you can see, it made a line there, and then it made a line there, and the line came out here, and then it looks like it wanted to put something here. I don't know, but we'll work with it. We'll make a little dock area that comes up here, and then maybe, who knows? Maybe we'll put a little ship. Maybe we'll do some exploring. Well, we definitely will. Like, what I also always like to make is it's a globe room, but it's sort of like a reverse globe room, because like a 3x3 room, square cube, perfect cube, where it's like and all of the walls have maps that have been mapped out. And the one that you face is where you are, and that's where like the door is. You can walk through the map into the room, and then you can sort of look around and see. But yeah, I don't know if it would necessarily work out, because when you get to the adjacent side, would it loop back around? Like it doesn't work, but I like that idea. We'll work for that, you know. Like by the time we map out everything, you know. Yeah. Am I right? Am I right? I don't know. Can I get a grumble in the chat? Not in the chat, in the comments below, actually. And don't forget, if there's anything anyone can do, it's to simply simply share. I think out of everything, I'd rather you share this than like or subscribe or follow. I'd rather you just show someone else, because I wanna be able to touch as many hearts as possible, you know. But I don't know. Sure, we'll find something along the way. Little things besides Grumble. This weird obsession I have with lapis lazuli. We're gonna work with it. You know, maybe we'll just see green and turn into a capitalist regime that just enslaves villagers, so that we can turn everything into emeralds, and then turn those emeralds into lapis, because you can trade lapis for emeralds. So we can just create this crazy corporate lapis machine. That's sort of what I want to go for, but like not a corporate lapis machine. But ultimately, our main goal is to produce as much lapis as possible and hoard it. But hoard it in a way where it's not just rotting in some shulker box in some ender chest forever. You know, like we're gonna keep it in the ender chest because obviously we need it to stay safe. You know, don't get me wrong, but the best thing about lapis is building with it. I feel like we haven't really gotten much done right now, you know? Like we got the border frame, but this house is not safe yet. So we're gonna make it safe. You know, we're gonna board up some of these. I definitely want to have these as temporary passages into all other rooms, and I think that's sort of how I want to make my my village. But I want to establish a clear building structure and color palette. Like I had this idea, which we're gonna review that idea more in the future, you know, because it involves concrete, which means we're gonna have to get on a sand and gravel grind. You know, maybe we'll do a stream that's entirely just like going into the background here and just devouring the desert. You know, I don't know if that's sustainable, but heck, we're more like we have a code of ethics, you know, and we'll approach that as we're doing it, you know, and like let's say this is just off the top of my head, okay, like if you're gonna be like scavenging the whole desert of all of its sand, you know, like there's like 4-5 layers of sand on in the desert before you hit sandstone, so that's a courtesy, you know, to like some imaginary like lizard that lives in the desert, you know, like because bunnies obviously don't profit from sand. Nothing does. But the desert should have sand in it, you know? So we should at least leave 1 layer or 2 layers of sand left, you know? So it's like we mine a thinner layer chip off the whole desert instead of digging deeper and having a larger hole start. I don't know. Something like that, you know? Just so that like if it's not sustainable resource, like what we could do is we can find the hog not hogling, what's it called, the pigling setup that allows us to have renewable sand. Like we'll try to get there, you know. But until that, we're obviously gonna have to mine for resources. We're gonna have to get gravel, even though you can have a trading setup for gravel, you know. But once we get there, we'll get there, you know. And I think I got some great ideas. And yeah, I haven't even told you my idea about the villager houses, but essentially it would be centered around controlling the environment that the villagers would be able to access the outdoors. So like any time that they are able to go outside, it would be something of a courtyard that would make it so that they are safe. And in every situation, let's say in a raid situation, okay, it's never gonna be um, never gonna be all of the villagers die. Like, I want it to be so like there's always gonna be a safe haven of villagers down in a bunker, you know, like, but like the bunker's not gonna be like a 1x3 thing, you know. We're gonna make it homey. We're gonna cater to the needs, you know. Like you see, like villagers spawn in like when they spawn in their village, it sort of sets a standard for us to take it as an example of how they like to be treated, you know. They have their tasks obviously, but they also enjoy having a certain space, you know. And we see the variety, and we also see that although we may never, well, at least I haven't seen villagers use ladders, which is kind of strange to me, even just thinking about it. Like villagers using ladders, what, you know? Do they actually? I think so, but we've seen in the churches and whatnot that there are ladders in there, so we're gonna assume that they can go in ladders, and so we're gonna give them multiple floors. We're gonna give them a lot of fun stuff, but yeah, it's gonna be a lot. I want it to be a little bit strange, a little bit different, you know, because I want to sort of establish an alien-like sort of culture. Because after all, Grumble isn't like Steve, is he? Like, yeah, Steve is cool. Like, he's got purple eyes and stuff, so he's got some weird genetics, obviously. But he definitely ain't a Grumble, my friend. He definitely ain't a Grumble. And I got several skins. You know, I'm just wearing my tattered robes, and if I go in here, wait, yeah, oh yeah, so in this skin, my robe, I just took my lapis off, but I still got some on my feet, so I can still move. Um, but there's another one where you can see it slightly, but I have some emerald underpants that I'm wearing. Hat, keep the hat on. There we go, that's better, isn't it? Perfect. But right now I'm sort of like a tattered yellow tunic that's been worn for way too long, but somehow still maintains its vibrant color, you know, and it isn't really dirty like an aquaphobic rubber thing. That's sort of what I was going for, you know. And I got some fun pixel arts, and I got some actual drawings. And if you wanted to check it out, you can check it out on my website, AaronObey.portfolio.com, Adobe. Um, yeah, Aaron Obey Illustrations. That's me. You know, check it out. And I was also thinking about doing some fun drawing stuff too. You know, you can draw you and your favorite Pokemans or Fiverr or something. Either way. But anyway, typically the way I imagine Grumble is, I see him as a character that is similar in race as a Genasi, if you guys do D&D at all, Genazis are a form. It's like an entity that embodies an element in a way, but like typically the Genazis that have the same complexion as Grumble, ergo light blue, are seen to be either water or air Genazis, you know? And I think out of all the Genazis, I would most be suited to air, because I like building upwards to the tower. I have like fun bridges that go in the air and fun stuff like that. Floating island biome would have been like just a complete fun thing. Like we should, that would have been. Well, maybe in the comments, you know, maybe if you should do that. I've never done Skyblock really. Like I've done it back in the day, like pre 1.8, you know, but I don't know. I would love to do anything like that, you know. And I got a couple other friends that like playing with me, and they have their own thing. But I like what I got going on here, you know. Most of the time, I just kind of run back and forth between building between my strange unfinished buildings. I don't know. That's what we got so far. This is our hookup, you know. And then we got our mine set up right here. It ain't much yet, but it's something. You know what we're gonna do is because we don't want to be bonking our heads every 2 minutes. Let's start the staircase right. We're gonna make it 3 tall so that once we get all this area going, I can start putting in the steps. And then boom. I think I'll be satisfied with the night because I think. Oh wait, what? How long have I been streaming? Been an hour 20 minutes. Pretty good, but I wouldn't mind doing like a 4-hour stream right now. You know, I'd love that actually. Can I keep it up? Can I talk this much? This long? And yes, I saw that iron there. I just like sort of caught up. We're gonna get all the way down. We'll come back. We'll come back up for it. Oh heck, I mean, I totally lost my train of thought. Anyway, yeah, totally lost my train. Oh yeah, something I want to do is video settings, see what's going on. Where clouds fast, minimum auto, render distance. Let's go down a bit because we don't really need anything bright. Full screen. Yeah, pretty good. Entity distance 100%. Okay. With music and sound a bit. Keep it up 2%. Music. I don't care for the music often. Weather, I think, is a fun ambient. Hostile creatures, I feel like, are important to hear. Players, there's no players. Voice speech. I don't know. Note blocks, I definitely want to hear note blocks. Block updates, 32, yeah. Friendly creatures, keep it down a little bit. Ambient environment, you know I love that. I keep the subtitles because always. Oh, water, like see, there you go. That's why you keep the subtitles there. A strategic thing. I don't know, man. I don't have. This is what happens when you don't find coal before iron. You gotta mine the iron in the dark. Oh. Oh, we got some fun granite too. I think granite goes well with some acacia wood too. So maybe we'll immediately build that up. First, I'll make a temporary noob tower because I'm pretty sure there's. Cave, yeah, cool. Cave up here. I'm gonna keep my sword out though. Just for this reason. Man, stone swords are really good, eh? Jeez. Oh, thank God. So cool, man. Finally. Get some torches up in here. I don't even have any sticks. Yeah, we'll get there. I just hope no mobs get me while I'm down here. I don't know if it's very visible for you guys, but and when I say guys, I mean everyone in the whole world. Because people are definitely going to be needing to come back and review what's been going on over on the Grumble Way. It's like the highway, the information highway, but information about how to sustainably and ethically create mob farms without, like, you know, being like inconsiderate to your environment. I find like that happens a lot with human beings. You know, I wanna be part of some good thing. You know what? I think that might be a better place to go down, eh? Who knows? Maybe what we'll do is, what is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we'll probably just make that our thing. And blink, blink. There we go. I do not want one phantom spawning in this area. Not one. One is one too many. Oh my gosh! Zombie villager! Sorry man, you're just a zombie to me now. Oh! Okay, for a second like, dude man, catching on fire? Terrible. That's so terrible. That must have been a villager from my town. How awful. Well, that's what happens. You know? Soon we'll... I know that villagers will always spawn there. You know? But the main thing that I think would be useful is, do I have string? No, not really, eh? So I got the coal now, so I can put that in here. And then my beef I should keep. Sticks. Torches. Boom. And because, you know, you always gotta put it next to the door. Torches go next to doors, right? Because, like, no. We don't put torches next to doors. Not here. That's not the Grumble way. We put torches in symmetrical areas. JK. No. JK on the JK. I was just joking about joking. I was actually serious. Boom, boom. Dump chests is another problem that I got. Like, we need to remedy that. So I definitely want to do. I'm a big fan of Cub Fam. I don't know if anyone knows that person. They definitely should know who that is if they're gonna be somebody that's plunging into the Minecraft community. Especially like if you're watching an obscure YouTuber like this. I don't know. Like, it's a very good, like, not a lot of people are gonna see it. It's way more likely you're seeing Cub Fan than me, alright? But I think that the design that I saw in his video that was the million item storage system was very impressive, and I definitely want to create that for myself. Cause he did it. Oh, it was so nice. It was so clean too. But I think Cub Fan brings the right energy to a situation. You know, he thinks about it from the perspective of his character in the world. You know, and that's what I think really makes him so victorious when it comes to Minecraft. You know, because once you've done that, you sort of hijinks this whole this whole idea that we get when we're playing this game. You know, I don't know. A lot of people come in here with like a lot of tasks you have to go, like speedrunners and stuff. Like I've always been very confused. at the prospect of people speedrunning Minecraft. You know, I can dig it, and I really love those what's it those 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 hunting ones where you gotta hunt the person and they gotta run away as fast as fun. I think that's great. I think that's a good time. But oh man, oh okay. Anyway, okay, yeah, we're good. We're good. But oh man, I keep losing my train of thought. Like I'm going a mile a minute. Like there's so many. It's because there's so many fun things to talk about. Oh wow, a lot of iron. Like a lot of iron deposits here. Maybe we'll be able to get some armor. Should we make iron armor? Yeah, we definitely should, especially with like how squishy your boy Grumble is. You know, like in the cartoon realm, Grumble is very very pudgy. Like he's got a lot of cushion for the pushing. You know, and he's got such lush. I'm talking luscious lips. You see those? You see those babes? And Fu Manchu. And he makes gingers look like people who have orange hair. Because this boy got red. I'm talking real red. Crimson. Beyond. It's really crazy when you see like a natural ginger, ginger red hair. You know, like it's always like a sort of orangey hair, right? I saw a beautiful video of a man who was colorblind, and one of the first things he saw was the color of his 3 ginger sons' hair color, and he started just bawling, and it was so adorable. I loved it. You know, a lot of people give gingers too much of a bad rap. You know, they got that bully thing going. You know, it's not nice. Not nice at all. Unless saying it's not nice makes it seem not nice. And then it's like, oh yeah, so like that means that you meant it was not nice this whole time. You know, like even a lot of people have been hurt by words. You know, so it's like even just saying ginger, I feel like could be hurtful to some people, right? So I feel like it's important to at least consider that. You know, I don't know. Watch me just get canceled. Hey man, if the world wants to cancel me, that's okay. If I'm canceled, it's probably because I said something wrong. You know, I don't want to say anything wrong. So yeah, but yeah, I'm confident because I don't think I'm a very mean person. So if I just hit you with my thoughts, you'd probably be alright. You know, let me know. You know, I am ecstatic to interact with anyone right now. You know, because we've all had to adapt, right? Like this is how a lot of people have like gained human intimacy, right? It's just by listening to videos of people talking to themselves or talking to people online. You know, that could be me for you. You know, hit me up, talk to me online. You know, I love it. But yeah, I really do. Yeah, I got a lot of fun ideas for this Minecraft journey. You know, we're getting somewhere good, somewhere I want to be. This, I definitely think I'm adding a lot more cohesion to this build. Like there's sort of like a rule set to it. Things are sort of making sense here. What matters? Well, like this is something I learned. Okay, when I was cooking, I was doing cooking with at a French restaurant. Okay, and when we were doing like we were making endive salads, and, you know, and it was when we were creating and putting them. I remember one of the chefs, one of the head chefs told me, he was like, it's not necessarily about placing it in a specific way. It's about making it evident that it's been considered. You know, so if you come in here and you see that, like, oh, there's a layer of blue, and then there's also a layer of these flowers, like, it's complex enough to be like, wow, like they're like each block has been considered at least, you know. And once that happens, like, it gives that like sensation that it's detailed, you know. So it's like you just have to consider each thing, you know, consider each endive as to where it's been placed, just to put some attention into it. Because a lot of people, you just put it there, and it's there, you know. You don't really think about it. It's just to just think about it, and then put it. Oh my gosh, I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm just saying, like, I don't know. If it made sense, it made sense. You know, I feel like if I keep on it, it's just gonna stop making sense. You know, even if I did by chance happen to make sense, but I know at this point it's sort of a long shot. I need to make a shovel too. You know, it's hard to believe that, like, you start out like this and you're able to make such a crazy thing with like a massive amount of concrete you make. You know. Well, we're just about done breaking in our pick. I haven't even gotten to diamond level yet, you know, like a lot of people, they just beeline it for number, what was it, the best number for for diamonds. I know I dig down to around 7, and then I do several layers going upwards to around 12, but it's actually because I'm not necessarily looking for diamonds as much as I'm looking for lapis. And it just so happens lapis and diamonds share our level, you know. So a lot of the times I found out lapis is an off side product of getting diamonds. But for me, it's sort of the opposite, because lapis lazuli is my primary building material, you know. So I like to limit myself based on how much lapis lazuli I have, you know. But don't get me wrong, all of this, the GROMBLE way is so that all of these blocks here will be used in some capacity. You know, I don't wanna be leaving blocks out to dry. You know, because sort of like, just like I want to sort of liberate a lot of the mobs in this situation. Like, you can just let them be, and most of the times in Minecraft playthroughs, people just go into their houses, trade with them as is. You know, I want to improve that for them. You know, I want to liberate them in a way, and I also want to sort of liberate the blocks. You know, that sort of overlook in coordination with one another. You know, if I take this bad boy here, wait. Wow, we really only have one andesite. You know, andesite. I always feel as though andesite has the word death in it, but it really is a lovely block. I like how they changed it to have those lines on it. You know, it really made it blend together when it's put all around, especially when it's then outlined with the polished version of it. Yes. But I want to liberate the blocks. I know that sounds so far-fetched, eh? I want to liberate the blocks in terms of like liberating them from being in chests. Like we always get 3 doors, right? Well, I propose something like this. Whoa, you can't do polished? Okay, yeah, you can. Okay, cool, good. Let's do that. Let's make a bucket too. That's fun. Buckets are nice. Buckets and buckets and buckets of mice. Oh no. So like I wanna put to use every block that I come across, you know, like this leather is gonna be used for stuff. Like I don't wanna leave a dumb chest filled with egg and bone and acacia saplings, you know, like I want these to come to use, you know, and if they do go into a chest, it's part of a stockpile of items that I'm keeping in reserve, you know. But if it is in a chest, it has to be organized, not like this, you know. But right now, these are all the chests in my name, you know. We're gonna get there, and this is gonna be a little bit out of my comfort zone because I'm a very intuitive person when it comes to playing Minecraft. You know, like I just like go for it. You know, I don't even think about anything, even placing blocks. To the point where I was even doing it like in spite of it. You know, it's like, oh, like I guess I was thinking about them by just using them. I don't know. I feel like I'm over conceptualizing right now. You know, but that's say it. That's the Grumble way. The Grumble way is over conceptualized, right? That's the fun part. That's why we're having fun here. Okay, we're having fun over conceptualizing and overthinking what we're gonna do to improve the lives of not only ourselves as a player in terms of being able to eat pumpkin pie instead of steak, but like a lot of people would argue steak is one of the best foods. But I love pumpkin pie. Pumpkin pie. We're gonna have to make a pumpkin pie factory. That's another one. So like let me just I'm just gonna list off some stuff, okay? Alright. Pumpkin pie factory. I want a smeltery that gives me XP so I don't have to worry about it. Worry about enchanting and stuff. And I want bone meal farm that is from skeletons. Alright. And hopefully we can get a spawner stuff going, you know, like we'll look around. I'm sure in terms of statistics, there has to be a skeleton spawner within a certain vicinity of us. Like, there's just gotta. I really hope there is, because I'm used to silk touching spawners. You can do it in creative, I think. No, the thing that you can do in creative is when you get a mob egg and right click a spawner with that mob egg, that spawner becomes a spawner of that mob. So what we do in that server economy is you'd be able to purchase things like that, and then from that, if you had a spawner, you can then be like, oh well, now I can turn this blaze spawner, which now is in abundance. We have an abundance of blaze spawners. In order because like you can still touch them, right? So you just a lot of people when the server resets, they would just beeline it for the blaze spawners, and then boom, you're selling on the marketplace, you're making money. But we're not on that server. So we can right click. Should I be using Dorite? I know a lot of people would scold me, especially the people who are a part of the Iscalium community. I know that I mentioned that, but you know what I ought to do? I ought to break this. I ought to break this, and we're gonna put all of our Dorite aside, and we're gonna make something with all of our Dorite. Okay, we're gonna stockpile it, and we may even go and search for it because I see a beautiful cliff over at the distance, over yonder. Okay, okay. I'm always saying okay here, there. I don't know. It'd be nice if there was some sort of response, some sort of. All there is that one interval. That's all I need. That's all I need to keep doing. But I think about that, and then I also think about how this isn't just for people in the real world, in the present moment. It's also for the people in the future too. So you see that? We'll use a trick in the corner. I think that area right there is the perfect place to make a B-dubs inspired Dorite Castle. Because I gotta admit, I was once a person that subscribed to the notion that Dorite was a bird poop block that just looked like bird poop, and that if you polished it, it just looked like polished bird poop. And it was good if you wanted to make a fun joke and build your chicken farm out of bird poop. You'd be like, yeah, I just made it out of the chicken's poop. I made the farm. But I'm pretty sure chicken's poop isn't white. I think that's just sort of like a parrot or like a smaller pet thing, like a seagull thing, you know? And I can say seagull before you guys. I don't even know what you guys were gonna say, but just know I can pronounce seagull. So yeah, we'll do Dorite instead. I mean a granite instead. But we'll do here. What? There we go. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. I found that's a little better. Keep that going. Grab more of this acacia wood. Wow, the acacias are popping up like little weeds, aren't they? Definitely like the acacia log. It's a very great gradient block to use with stone. It's one of the great grade blocks. You know, like you use a stone thing with some acacia wood in there, beautiful. And don't even get me started on how well lapis goes in with both the acacia wood and it's just like I find it's a classic ceiling, like to be using your roof, like a castle with the blue roof, like a sort of Disney World-esque, Disney Castle-esque thing. That's sort of vibe I get when it comes to making lapis lazuli roof castles, and that's what it started out with. You know, I had an abundance of lapis. I also had an abundance of a lot of times I have an abundance of redstone. You know, don't get me wrong. I fancy myself a technical player from now on again. You know, like I've done my fair play of exploitation when it comes to the game mechanics department. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. You know, and the thing that I love about that sort of mindset when it comes to playing the game that way is the whole idea of making things compact is so great because I realized really early on playing Minecraft that there's a lot of really fun things you can do with space in this. You know, like even if it's just like just like a house where it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 6 in that shape. You can make a whole house in that shape. You know, I find it so fun to just condense all this different stuff into one like mega thing that you can do just by standing in one area. Like, it's great. And like those crazy redstone contraptions where it's like, it's almost, you gotta have a step process and use external pistons to push blocks into it so you can create the perfect compact contraption. That I find is just like, once you reach that level, the satisfaction you obtain from completing that successfully is so sweet. It's like a nice buttercream tart, you know? Ooh. Make me think about Christmas now. A lot of people love that time of year. You know, it's just because they hanging around mistletoe too long. You know, they're getting their head filled with nargles. Second Harry Potter reference, but you wouldn't know that because I was totally muted when I made that first Harry Potter reference. So if there's a Harry Potter reference counter, it's at 1 right now. Oh, nice. They drop a... Oh no, it has to be a charge creeper head. Oh, that would have been fun. Imagine a scaly skull. That would be another great farm I would try. Like, if we're talking about all the farms that we want to do, we do... The first one I want a cornflower. I want to do flower farms all here so that we can get a massive different amount of dyes. I know that we can do... We already got the yellow back there, but I know blue is a priority. Setting up a module somewhere in a swamp so that I can get the things, or simply if we get a farm that gives us cornflower, we can just mix it with some green dye and we're good. You know, if we got the bone meal, we can take all of the blues, all of the light variants, and just do it. But in a perfect world, I would very much enjoy having a specific farm that produces each dye that is sort of like lined up in this area. You're gonna have like a diporium, and then you can mix it with a wool farm too. And it'd be really fun, you know. Like you can have, because all, and then that's when you can start combining farms, you know, like the Charge Creeper one. Like the Charge Creeper farm is really fun technical farm, you know. And like you getting an enchanted what's it called? For goodness sake, trident, you know. But when I was talking about combining farms, I mean like combining an auto skelly killer with wolves that kill the skeletons for you, that give you XP to repair your mending axe that repairs automatically while you're mining wood from a tree farm, you know? Stuff like that I think is awesome. And it also passes the test for me, which is the ethics test of are we okay exploiting skeletons? Yeah, we're fine with that. As far as I'm concerned, skeletons are at war with the non-undead community, which I am a part of. So as far as I'm concerned, skeletons are my enemy. But I don't consider witches my enemy. I don't consider illagers my enemy. I don't consider villagers my enemy. I don't consider evokers. I don't consider shulkers even. Think about it. What are shulkers if they're not pacifist mobs trying to simply get intruders away from completely decimating them? Like think about it. Like people say, oh yeah, they're just monsters that shoot balls at you, but you don't know what their lives are like. You don't know what they're doing when they're not actively defending themselves from you. How do you think there's such awesome loot in there? You know, who's to say that the shulkers aren't building that themselves? You know, maybe there's some unknown mechanics that exist with. Well, no, like I definitely don't think it exists in the game, but I definitely think that there's a little bit more to shulkers. conceptually, you know? Like, I think they're definitely an intelligent life form. But even Enderman won't bother you. So I have no problems with Enderman. As far as I'm concerned, they are passive. So I don't feel right farming them simply to get ender pearls. I can trade ender pearls. I can go get ender pearls somewhere. I can, so we can't kill the real main ones that I'm upset about, because out of all of the farms, witch farms are just complete blasts. You know that, alright? But I think it's unfair to exploit witches and murder them for the materials that they produce themselves. Like they give us every form of powder, like gunpowder, glowstone dust, redstone dust, sugar, all of that, which is super useful for potions and everything. But they're also their own people. They're smart enough to make their own potions. Who are we to impose, I don't know, to exploit their, what's it called? To exploit their spawning algorithms, you know? I think that's immoral. So we're not gonna do that. We're gonna have a whole, and oh yeah, that's what else we're doing. We're making our signature entranceway. As we get 3 doors, we put 3 doors. Like, I feel like that makes sense. 1, and then if I click this, it'll work, and then that one goes there, and then that one goes there. Beauty. Now we just gotta line them in. I got 1 here, 2 here. Let's see what kind of blocks we can use. We got some gravel. I don't think gravel is a good idea, but let's go cobble. Let's go cobble. Okay, we'll use those slabs. We'll also use some of these. And, oh yeah, we got a birch block. Let's pop, pop, pop. No, wait. Pow, pow. Oops. Wait a minute. It's a lockout. This is weird. Just gonna put that like so, and then plop, plop. And what we'll do is tap, tap. Oh. We gotta make more these. Now we're going, and now we're gone. Is that how we did it? No, it's not. Hey, guys, do you remember when you would have to mine slabs with a pickaxe? Crazy, eh? Can you imagine how far we've come? I feel like if you told me what Minecraft would have done when I was first introduced to it, like, honestly, like, I feel like being introduced to it would give the same reaction. Also, there's an issue with this. We want to stick to one side when it comes to this. So there we go. Okay, so now we're all on one side. There we go. Bop, 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 boom. So now I just gotta open the first door so no mobs come in, and it's just a small buffering period. It makes it very satisfying to walk through. I know a lot of my friends that I play online with really think that it's super annoying that I do this, but I like it. Because This is the Grumble way. I don't know how else to be. Like this is just what the Gromster does. You know. Also, is this something you can do in Minecraft? Like, can I smelt rotten flesh into leather? Because that would be really cool if that was a real thing. Nope, you cannot. You cannot. 18. No, what we're gonna do? We're gonna wait for that to go. Yeah, I know. I'm excited. Advancement. Let's see. Look at that, eh? I really never look at the advancements because every single time I get invested in advancing online and I get the achievements and I keep going, and then I come back and I log in and it started back from 0 and it's like, oh, sorry, it's you got to do all the advancements again. I'm like, I'm completely discouraged now. I've already made these advancements. What am I gonna make a wooden pick in the end game just to get an advancement for no reason? I don't know, and that's why I think I would take this opportunity. The fact of the matter being, we're in a new world. We're in a world that's just ours, our own. So we don't have to take it. Okay, we can go AFK fishing. We don't have to worry. We can like. Is there anything wrong with AFK fishing? No, ethically not. If I was in a server though, that's a completely other story. You know, because if I AFK fish and I can just like it's a little bit broken. You know, so I understand when people say that. I also understand people in servers who don't like item duping, but we might be doing some of that, you know, like I don't know, TNT duping. I don't know, like if we're trying to be sustainable, we definitely don't want to be destroying massive increments of land with duplicated explosives. You know, I feel like that's obvious. Oh, a shield. Should I do a shield? No, we won't do shields. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, there we go. Pop. There we go. Jeez. I feel like I need somebody to like keep me on track of what I'm talking about because like I'll just like keep talking and then like I'll forget what I'm talking about and then I'll just bring something else up. We need to put a special block there. I think that we're gonna reserve these 2 blocks for our first 2 pieces of lapis lazuli. And now we're gonna do this. Okay. See, like we've considered everything, you know. I know it's a little bit wonky, you know. The block palette is a little bit strange, but I like it, you know. We're gonna get rid of these 2 blocks. Well, we got it, but it's about being considerate, you know. And so, how do you think? Even if it's just that, I think it looks great. Like cobblestone, I know that like maybe depending on wait, what we're 1.16.5. I don't think that they're gonna do another sub update for 1.15. I'm pretty sure. So I should probably get Optifying. I know, right? I know. I'm gonna get Optifying for you guys. Well, not for you guys, just for me, because Optifying is an absolutely pleasant mod, and just the idea of having a little mini map or something like that makes me so excited. And another thing that I need to get is Faithful Pack. I love Faithful Pack, and I had it for 1.15, and they updated, and I was like, forgot it. You know, same story with the Optifying. You know, it's always like that, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, so we're gonna do the old. Use the planks to burn the wood so that we can get the thing, so we can smelt the real thing we want. Okay, great. Let's go mining for some more coal. because that would be really cool. Sorry, everyone. Also, actually, you know what I should do? We should start preparing ourselves, because we know that we're gonna love building with that prime resource, that prime block. Ever since it was introduced, it's been the creme de la creme, the beloved. All right, and the fact that I'm introducing it like this, I feel like it's overhyping it, but it deserves the hype, because I'm gonna even make its own chest right here in the early game. Okay, episode 1, we're making a bucket that goes just for. Oh wow, that's okay. Okay, and we're gonna make it just for gravel. Okay, because that creme de la creme block. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. A beautiful concrete. We're gonna need that bad boy. That's why we're gonna sacrifice our first iron ingot to a cheval. Wow. Do I not even have wood anymore? Oh yeah, I was doing this. Okay, yeah. Also, please let's not talk about how I just called it a cheval. Okay. Much appreciated. Or a shavel. A shavel? That sounds Australian. Oh, you got a shavel? I like, ever since the Vine era, I've been really into just mispronouncing things, like the free shabak. And, yeah, this is 2021, yes. So, I'm not. But there's another guy, he had a series, I'm pretty sure he's on TikTok, where he just goes to the grocery store and mispronounces items on the racks. Super fun. Because, like, you can really put emphasis on any letter of the alphabet, you know, and it kind of changes it. So I think that's a really funny thing to do in English. I don't know if it transfers to other languages. I'm not a very linguistic person, but if you are, let me know. If I'm sure it does transfer, actually. Like, now that I think about it, like every language has its own puns, right? Like, that's what is super fun. Like, like I said, I'm not very linguistic person, you know, but like I know that German has this thing where they it's like take two words that they're gonna say together and sort of fuse it together, like, to sort of make it faster, you know, which I think is really interesting. But I love German and Dutch, and I think if I could instantly know a language, you know, like I live in Quebec, so French is obviously one of the most prevalent language. But if I had a choice, I would just want to learn. I would want to instantly know how to speak Russian, or any sort of Russian thing, because I just like I love the sounds the Russian language makes. You know, like almost everything about it makes me very excited. I love tracksuits in general. I know that's a stereotype, but I don't have a tracksuit. I just got like an Adidas like zip up thing, but I look pretty awesome. I think I would get along when you come to this country, man. It's probably not even common. I'm probably offending Russian people right now. I'm so sorry. I love your culture, and also I I live in Canada, right? And in my history classes, I was never told that the only time we ever uttered a sentence about Russia in any capacity was when we were talking about the tragic. Look at that. The massive defeat anyone who steps foot in Russia gets. You know, prime example being Napoleon Bonaparte, right? But a lot of cool things like Turks in World War I were pretty crazy, but that's a whole other story. You know, I don't want to get all those those war goons on here. You know, because if there's ever a post-structured form of information, it's history. So I want to get mad, but I'd definitely love to have a discussion. Um, yeah, but what I'm really getting at though is that um, a lot of information I find about Russia has not been very. It's been hard to get, you know, in Canadian schools. Like I've even had non-canon art history courses where we speak about art history that isn't discussed in our history books. And not only is Russia not discussed in most of our we don't learn about Russia. I didn't learn about Russian art in FFAR in my schools. You know, like we didn't learn about that, and even in our like non-canon art history, we were supposed to pick regions and that weren't necessarily given as much light as we thought the textbook would have done if it was written by somebody who was from that culture, you know, because you gotta face it, a lot of the information that we learn about has been written by a source, you know, so it's about approaching history through that lens and trying to understand and formulate what the truth was, you know, but and you have to face the question, who has the authority to do that? Whose opinion of what they thought was true actually was true, you know? But anyway, we like when you approach it in that sort of way, you're able to get a more realistic telling of like it's just like about reading in between the lines of history, right? So yeah, that's it. But anyway, the whole point being that a lot of Russian stuff, a lot of Russian history I'm not informed on, and I would like to be. You know, I've listened to like a bunch of Dan Harmon, not Dan Harmon, Dan Carlin podcasts, which is just I love that man. He, like if you ever wanted me to promote something, definitely I would definitely recommend anyone that. I think I sent it to like 4 or 5 people during quarantine, being like, "Hey, just check it out." I remember during quarantine playing Animal Crossing, listening to Dan Carlin's hardcore history. That was quarantine for me. I was learning about World War One, which was a blast. And his piece on Genghis Khan, oh, what a fun time! Like I'm like you don't even think about a lot of these things that have happened. You know, a lot of these regions. Like the thing that's most fascinating to me, the thing that I find so interesting is the notion of prospect. I keep saying that, like notion, the word notion and the word prospect are fun. I say too much, but the idea of living in a time when, in the past, the society that you preceded had a more advanced form of technology. You know, like that's something that like really boggles my mind. You know, like I don't know. Well, there's plenty of examples, and I'm sure if I were to say anything, there would be a person who is an expert in that field that would probably be upset. But you know, that's just the way it is. You know, and I've already feel like I've stepped on every square footage of this structure like way too much. You know, and I wanna get the next layer around. You know, like we're gonna keep building these up a bit coming up. You know, because they seem like the main forms of structures, but I want get another thing on top here. I think I want andesite, yeah. I think andesite is the way. Andesite is the way. And it looks like I'm gonna have to make more sticks so that I can make a new pickaxe to go and whoa, that's not right. I feel like even that was like an old school thing. Like, were sticks always a thing? I don't know. I'm losing my mind. Let's switch out the mutton for that. Boom, now we got our triple door. I love it. Triple doors make me so happy. Alright, so now we're looking a little bit better. I think eventually maybe we'll maybe switch out this area when we have access to like some lofty more, oh my goodness, some more interesting materials, let's just say. Oh, that's not good. Plop a torch down here, plop a torch down there. But yeah. A lot of very fun things that we can accomplish in this playthrough. But step one, I think, right now, we should get down to the diamonds, get the mine set up, hopefully on the way, capture a little bit of andesite, touch up our base a little, maybe put the second floor in, call it a night. It's 12 o'clock now. See how it goes. Also, my one, I don't know, yeah, never mind. To anyone who's watching out there, alright? Leave me a good old comment saying grumble. GROMBL. That would just make my day, you know? I think another really fun thing would to make there was a thing that would go around in my high school back in the day where it was this thing called cat facts, where you would get a phone number of your friend and text or sign them up for cat facts, and then they would text message that phone number cat facts every day. You just get like a fun fact about cats every day, and at first it was fun because you didn't know who did it, and you're like, oh, who sent me cat facts? And then it just got super annoying for a lot of people. Oh, well, I want to do something like that, but for the grumble, where every day at a specific time you just get a swift grumble in your DM, just to make you feel better, just to make you feel like there's somebody there that wants it to know that you can make a sound in their general vicinity, Sometimes that's just all anyone needs, Sometimes you don't even need to be capable of making a sound. Sometimes you just need to be there to lend an ear, But a lot of people don't get that, Some people can't even sit in a room with somebody without saying something, like me right now. Like if you guys were hanging out with me in a room right now, like this is me just perpetuating a conversation with somebody that doesn't want to have a chat with me. Like what am I talking about? I'm going for hours, If anything, this is just a service I'm doing for my loved ones so that they don't have to just hear me gawking all the time, every day, about some odd old security thing, Like I could definitely test a lot of my little rant paths on y'all, Like talked about Grumble's race, There's so many different small anecdotes that we can talk about, We all have our own, how we say too often, and what's pretty funny? If there's any people that I know, they've spent a fair amount of time with me. They have a broken record, Like I'll say some shit to somebody like 3-4 times if we're in the same situation, So it's like a button. It's like one out of like 25 things, Like don't even get me started on vegetable horror, Like don't even get me started on Pokemon. I can talk about Pokemon. for a fair amount. What's Charizard's favorite pasta dish? You know, let's talk about that. You know, there's so many different things. I love Pokemon. But we don't want to go down that rabbit hole. Right now, the topic of conversations are the possible topics of conversation we can embark on, you know? And leave a comment, you know? If you hear something that you're like, oh wow, what was that? What was that? What he said? I want to hear more about that. Let me know, okay? Because we can go there, you know? Like, I can tell you about my comics because I got a lot of really neat ideas, I think, and I'm a little bit hesitant because I don't want to throw those ideas out there in the open because, of course, I want to write fiction about that, you know? Like, ultimately, that's my main goal, is to just write fiction, you know? I don't want to, and, like, I guess, like, this is sort of like a cliche thing that, like, some author would be talking about when someone asks if this is like a true story or something like that, you know. But I think that's even a part of the movie with Kevin Bacon. Anyway, where he's talking about like how every person, in a way, is making some sort of when they're making when they're creating a narrative, in a way, it has some sort of autobiographical lens, you know, because we are all anything that we conjure is in reaction to our experience, right? So, like, I'm, like, I just, I feel like I was pretty much making an excuse to say that, really, you know? But I can talk about it more if you'd like, you know, yeah. I feel like it's sort of like at that point it hits the end of the branch. I'm just sort of like a posh sort of feller that's only interested in putting his own horn, you know? I don't want to be that. All I want to do is create some fantastic stories, you know? And right now, actually, I'm working on fan fiction about Dragon Ball Z. So, I don't know if that's interesting to anyone. If they're interested in checking out my Dragon Ball Z fanfic, I would be super happy. Let me know if my character portrayal of beloved Goku and Vegeta fit the original model, you know? Yeah, that's another rabbit hole. I would love to go down, you know, because I didn't experience Dragon Ball as a child. I only approached the series as an adult. So, and I thought that that was important because I knew that like this is a very major series, and I've always been a very avid anime fan, or like I've always been impressed by anime in general, you know. Well, not anime in general, animation in general, you know, or illustration in general has always been something that just completely like it just completely envelops me, you know, like so when I approached the series, I didn't have nostalgia for it, but even I think I approached the series maybe 3 or 4 years ago. So 5 years ago, this person that you're looking at didn't know. I didn't know about all that. You know, I had been walking this earth with the entire Naruto series under my belt. You know, and I was like, yeah, Naruto's great. I love all the things. You know, like, I read the manga for the last half of Shippuden as it came out. I just like after school, I'd come home and click through an issue. You know, and then it was so crazy watching. I definitely subscribe to the um, method of waiting for animes to finish for before approaching them and reading them and stuff, because I find and this happened with Naruto, this has been the reason why I've been steering so clear from One Piece, because I was just like, I wanted to finish, and then I can approach the whole series, but I figured by the time I get to the end of it, now it's gonna have totally been finished, right? So, famous last words. That's what I'm engulfing right now, but, I was so inspired after watching Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, Dragon Ball Super, Dragon Ball GT, everything. Even a lot of the weird. I even plunged into the fanfictions version. Like the Super Saiyan 5 and the Super Saiyan 6 and stuff. Like, that's super fun. I love that. I heckin' love it. Okay, to the point where uh, around that time, we were approaching sort of like Dragon Ball Super had come out, and we were in the Tournament of Power. I remember that. I remember when I had caught up to the series, the Tournament of Power, or the couple arcs before the Goku Black era, was just sort of developing and whatnot, And so after the Frieza fight, I fell in love with the iconicism of these cosmic battles between these elite warriors. It's something that it just goes above and beyond all of. It's like the pinnacle. Like, it's just so extreme, and I love that. I love how iconic they were able to make that. Like the blonde hair with the purple, so it's like blue and purple, and orange, and sort of like a paler gray with Frieza contrast. Like, the character designs couldn't be more different, but both represent a sort of pinnacle of like male ferocity in a way, and it's not even male ferocity. It's just like human ferocity, because it's just like if you ask me, Frieza shouldn't have to be reduced to an entity that has gender, first of all, because he's a frost troll, right? Is it frost troll? Yeah, their life cycles are super interesting. But yeah, like they represent like the pinnacle of the human form in a way. Especially when you get to the whole godhood thing, and also it introduces what happens when you create something that's too overpowered. Like the whole power scaling thing that inspired generations of animes to mess with the scales and to continue innovating these narratives that are just so extreme and so I don't want to say over the top, because it's like you didn't even know that was that there isn't a top in a way. It's like you're traveling upwards and being astounded at the lack of tops that exist. Like even in just the way things are being animated. If you look at the way the Frieza fight was animated, and this is both in power scale and animation talking. Like the battle between Frieza and the battle between um, Broly or whatever. Sorry, yeah, Gogeta versus Broly. Like, it's the same sort of thing in a way, but the scale is completely different in both senses. And I just love that idea of taking things to the absolute maximum so that your audience is left almost like grounded as a separate like separate from this, because it's like you can't even identify with that, you know? All you want is like you sort of I think this definitely is like it's an excitement thing, but it's also I feel like I don't know. I feel like this craze that it imbues its viewer with excitement, you know, to just see like something that's even more, you know, like oh, okay, so like we know what Kamehameha looks like when Vegeta does it, but like Vegeta when he goes Super Saiyan Blue Evolution in the final strikes against Broly and he goes his full power Kamehameha, all you want is to see that new pinnacle that's being established, and every single time that old pinnacle that was established last time that you were so satisfied with, it's completely blown out of the water. You know, and a lot of people write it off. Oh, it's just two people yelling across from a canyon or something, you know? It's just so much more, you know? And it's like anything. It's like Minecraft, you know? You get what you put in. You get what you put in. Alright? And I feel like right now we're not putting enough. We're not putting enough right now. Our house doesn't even have a top, and we've been at it for like 2.5 hours. You know, like man, people have beaten the Ender Dragon by now. You know, I'm out here faffing around. You know, like I'm building triple doors instead of beating the Ender Dragon. It's gonna be like episode 300, and each episode is gonna be like 3 hours long. But yeah, really, ultimately, I think that these videos would be great just to listen to in sequence. You know, like once I get them all on YouTube in a playlist, you know, that'd be great. It'd be called the Grumble Way playlist. But like it might just say playlist because it's a playlist inherently. So writing playlist would make it so that it says playlist twice. So we wouldn't do that. Obviously, we'd see. Because I got a work playlist and it says work, but it doesn't say playlist. So it just says work. So oh yeah, and that's public, by the way. So if you go on my YouTube channel, you can actually check it out. I have a sequence of music that I listen to when I'm at work, in my ears, you know, as opposed from any other sense. Anyway, I'm sorry. But yeah, there's some strange things on there. Like I get a lot of videos that people send me, and sometimes they send me videos that I think is music, but it's not music. So I automatically put it to the work playlist so that I can listen to it because I'm not always in a situation where I'm going to be listening to music, you know? So, oh, I hear swimming. So they're splashing around. Somebody splashing about over it. Splashing, splashing, but yeah. So many different things. I feel like I definitely need somebody to keep me on track when it comes to conversations, because you could ask me what I was talking about like 4 minutes ago, and I would have some trouble. Like I'd have to think about it, you know. Like we just kept going. Like we only just brushed the surface when it came to Dragon Ball, you know. I'm actually very excited. It's run like right now. It's around 200 pages, but I don't know how long it's going to go because there's a lot of unanswered questions that happen, and I would be more than happy to answer them. It's just I don't know if there's really a community for it. I don't know if there's really... Well, I know there's a community. There is, you know. It's just I don't know if people are going to like my fanfiction. You know, I have 4 pages up right now. I'm working on getting them out. So I work on them during the day. I figured, heck, if I'm going to enjoy some recreational time playing Minecraft, I might as well record them and put them online so that other people can enjoy them. Heck, if anything, people are just going to be enjoying them in the hyper future. Because if you're going to be about it, we're part of a world where the internet never really existed. Okay, and now as we continue, there's more and more content, more and more stuff that's coming out. Okay, and oh, hit bedrock, cool. And like I feel like in a way, what we post on social media is something of a legacy, right? Like, if I have kids from now, are they gonna watch this? Are they gonna think back? They're gonna think back to the mentality I had about life or something. I don't know. Like, are they gonna watch it when they're my age? I think that's a great idea, and I think anyone who has anything to say should write it down or record themselves talking about it or something, even if it's not posted online. I think it's better than letting that idea or thought get consumed by the void of nothingness, unexpressed, you know? So, and oh, there goes the wooden pickaxe. And we definitely got enough iron ore. So we set up the strip mine now. So the strip mine's set up. Have we gotten some add-ins? Add-ins. Honestly, add-a-site. Add-in-site. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I don't know. I heard that guy was getting a movie, which I think that would be really fun. I loved his characters. He's a very, very funny guy, and I think he's a very learned vocabulary. It's great to hear him, sort of act like the pinnacle of our superficial ideas of called the theater kid thing, like I hope you guys know what I'm talking about. Because like I don't know, I don't know a lot. He's sort of he wears a fedora, he's got the beard, he looks always he's squinty eyed, but it's a sort of a character. He used to start going to conventions, going to furry conventions, going to comic cons, and then getting interviewed by people and just acting very strange and notice me, senpai, notice me. I whoa. What are you doing, man? That spider scared the hook out of me. I'm actually gonna go kill it because I need some strength. Strength. Oh man, I was getting too preoccupied. I fell silent. No man, I'm still silent. I totally. Oh yeah, I need string. I was scared of the spider. Before I was talking about that, I was talking about. Oh yeah, notice me, senpai. Notice me. Notice me. Yeah, he's getting a movie, and it has a very fun and long title. I should look it up. I totally forget what his name is though. So it totally sucks. Yeah, it's whatever. And also, I don't know if you guys would want to see me. I feel like that would disrupt the whole idea of what the Gromster is, because what are you gonna look at Aaron's face while looking at Grom? That's not how it works. Also, shout out to the one viewer watching this, okay? Some somebody's uh somebody's watching me, and I just appreciate the heck out of them right now, okay? I don't know. I'm literally. I hope. How do you can you see who is watching us? Who's watching his activity feed? Got the followers. Is that you, Rustman? Oh no, that's last month. I don't know. Follow for follows? Is that a thing? Alerts, register, posts, guest rates, whatever. I don't know. We'll go back here because. But yeah, I need missing out on some granite, aren't we? Got plenty of coal though. Actually, what we should be doing is this. Because I believe coal gives us 10 blocks of smeltery, and obviously 9 coal give us 9 things of smeltery, so it's always better to... I'm gonna always have an uneven amount of of sticks until I make a new sword. Oh no, unless I... Whoa, whoa. Yeah, I need to make a new sword, but I also need to make my new pick. Let's do 3. We'll do 2 picks, 2 iron picks. Hopefully, by the end of these 2 picks things, we'll have some fun stuff. We'll have some lapis, hopefully. So, again, when we're talking about mods, I would love to have the mod Pam's Harvest Craft, and also the chisel one, the chisel mod, the thermal expansion, and I don't know if it's called thermal dynamics, but Tinker's Construct would be another great one, because you can make, I'm pretty sure you can make tools with lapis, which is always something, you know, but who knows. We're not running this save on Cursed Forge right now, and I'm pretty sure if we were to go down the modded route, I would we would have to start over, you know, and I don't know. I'm gonna spend all this work that I'm spending right now just to go and make another new world. What is this? Skyrim? Is it just me, or the last, like, 16 hours of me playing Skyrim has just been me creating new characters? Is that just me? I had a really fun Samus Aran playthrough of Skyrim. That was fun. Heavy Armor Mage Destruction, which was really great. No sneaks, because it's a feat to play Skyrim and not be a sneak junkie, you know? Like, everybody loves sneaking. Like yeah. It's like, how can you not sneak there? It's like, that's like one of the only ways to kill giants before the Daedra phase, you know? But maybe that's just because I'm bad at the game, you know? I'd rather just hide on the rocks and shoot them with an arrow 1,000,000 times, you know? But with Samus Aran was really fun. Like, I remember getting Dwarven armor at one point, and like just finding the right aesthetic armor that fit the sort of Samus Aran, like Metroid feel. I remember glass armor being very useful, and it was very fun, like sort of like leveling up tree fields that you wouldn't typically do. Like, I've never been the guy that did heavy armor. I was always the sneak mage. Like, so many other people before me, you know, sort of roguey assassin type, you know, uses everything in their arsenal to get ahead. I also like really enjoyed the enchantment system in that game. I wouldn't like. I feel like it's lost its sort of its luster, but every now and again, I'll pick it up and make a new character probably. Yeah. But Minecraft is very similar to that in terms of I have so many worlds that I've made a little starter base like this, and like capped it off, made it like have a little igloo here maybe, sort of like Star Wars, the Star Wars huts. But no, she's probably gonna go high. I'm probably just gonna keep adding on to it until some sort of weird Gregorium Wonder Emporium. That's a great movie. Very, very emotional. Natalie Portman is just an absolute lovely human being, okay? Shout out to Natalie Portman, guys, okay? Everyone, I don't know why I remember some people speaking ill of this amazing human being, but just know, if you look at Natalie Portman, and there's like anything but just severe admiration, you're definitely a fucking misogynist, okay? And I'm sorry. Ban me, okay? I'm sorry. But what Natalie Portman did at the Oscars was the coolest thing. Also, her dress, oh, it's awesome. It's great. Shout out to Natalie Portman. Yeah, one of the real ones. You know, let's change this. Let's change the world. Let's change the way that we do things. Let's not like fuel this exploitative beast, you know, that only satisfies these infinitely hungry things. Oh man, oh dude, I just realized I'm losing all of my conservatives right now. Conservative people that are watching. Oh, let's not get political, guys. That's not. Oh man, that's gonna be really hard. That's gonna be really hard. You know, I'm gonna get invited to so many podcasts where they just shove me down and shove me up. You know, how dare I? I'm sorry. Okay, I don't wanna put a target on my back and pull a Greta. You know, I almost said Greta Gerwig, the fantastic director, but you know, I guess people named Greta are just really awesome. You know, because that other girl, she the environment, the face of environmentalism. No wait, the new face of like the new movement of Gen Zs and Gen Xs taking the wheel and telling the Xers and Boomers to shove it. We're here to fix your Coca-Cola and put real sugar in it because we're sick of all this fake stuff. Anyway, so I think out of any time, I think now's the best as any. You know, we don't got a roof on. We didn't get enough andesite or anything to do what we wanted, but I think we got a solid start. You know, we're safe for now. We're secret for now. You know, soon, you guys are gonna be able to say that you you remember embarking on this journey with me. You know, and I hope that you stay. I hope this continues because I really enjoy it. I feel like it's sort of like a therapy session almost. You know, you just get to hear me. I got a lot of things to think about. You know, especially like going to bed, going to bed in real life and in Minecraft. You know, it isn't it isn't Iron Pick. Isn't it Iron Pick? What is that supposed to be a pun? Like I don't. Okay, like acquire hardware. Okay, so like that's not really a pun. Isn't it Iron Pick? I don't know. Hot stuff, fill the bucket with lava. I got protected. Oh, so I have to make a shield eventually. Okay, do that. Yeah, next time we're gonna get fulfilled these next few lines of achievements, and maybe when we log back on, we'll be able to test whether or not we'll actually keep our achievements. Because I don't know about you, but I think that's a thing. Mo Yang, you're actually doing a really great job. I really love what you've been doing the last few updates of Minecraft, and 1.17 looks absolutely phenomenal. I love the new textures of the ores, you know? Like, that's gonna be so great. I love you, Mojang, alright? But also, can I get my achievements, please? Can I just keep them? I don't know. Maybe I'm being unreasonable. You know, like, I like being reasonable though, you know. If I can. I feel like I'm rambling now, but the point of the matter is, thank you for watching. Thank you for coming. You know, and enjoy your days. And if we come in, if you come into the next video, just know that I probably have had a little bit of a stirring time between the next video, which could be fun. So I'll come back at you with a whole new flux of energy. Okay? So until then, grumble, my friends. Grumble. Thanks for coming. Alright? Whether you're on Twitch or YouTube. Okay? Ta-ta for now.